Why women raised by narcissistic mothers apologize for everything. A full psychological deep dive. If you apologize for things you didn't even do, if conflict makes your stomach drop, if you assume you're wrong before you even understand the situation, it is a survival adaptation which was born in childhood and you carried it into adulthood. So the core wound here is that you think your emotions are dangerous. Growing up with a narcissistic mother means living inside emotional instability, a world where her mood dictates your safety. Her reactions taught you the blueprint. Your sadness irritated her, anger offended, joy triggered jealousy. Your needs overwhelmed her. And your nervous system responds like it would to a wildfire. You think, if I stay small, quiet, pleasing, maybe she won't erupt. Schema therapy says that childhood creates mental programs, schemas, that run automatically. Children of narcissistic mothers internalize danger schemas. They make you apologize, minimize yourself, and overfunction. Let's expand on them. Schema 1. My feelings don't matter, they cause trouble. It's emotional inhibition schema. You heard messages like, you're too dramatic, you're embarrassing me, your feelings ruin everything. And it taught you that if you show an emotion, you get punished or shamed. So the consequences for you as an adult: you apologize when you cry, downplay your needs, you avoid asserting yourself, you silence yourself, and you disconnect from your own anger because it was unsafe. So this schema tells you your emotions hurt people. Schema number 2 is, I am the cause of others' disappointment. It's defectiveness and shame. When a narcissistic mother blames you for everything, like her stress, loneliness, child absorbs. If someone is upset, I must have done something wrong. So when you become an adult, someone sighs, you panic. Someone is quiet, you think you're guilty. Someone criticizes, you collapse because your brain is not reacting to the present. It's reacting to your mother. Schema number 3 is, you believe that your job is to take care of others, not yourself. It's self-sacrifice schema. When you were the emotional adult in your household, you soothed your mother, monitored her moods, you were hyper attuned to emotional shifts, and you took responsibility for her happiness. So now, as an adult, you overgive, you're responsible for everyone's emotions, you apologize to prevent discomfort for other people, you feel guilty for prioritizing yourself. So when triggered, daughters of narcissistic mothers flip between the pleaser, you shrink, agree, apologize, self-erase, and detached protector. You numb emotions, avoid conflict, dissociate, and then you overcompensate. You try to be perfect so that no one can criticize or abandon you. These are your survival identities that need to be explored. Object relations theory, on another hand, explains perhaps the most important insight. You don't just remember your mother, you internalize her. When someone today is upset, your adult body reacts. Inner child still believes, if she's quiet, I'm in trouble. If he's stressed, it means I caused it. If they're disappointed, I must go and fix it. So this is transference, this past replaying itself through current relationships. For example, a friend is distant. In reality, your friend is just overwhelmed, but your interpretation is, I upset her. What did I do wrong? Why? Because silence equaled danger when you were a child. Or your partner is stressed and the real situation is work pressure, but your interpretation is, he must be mad at me. Why? Well, because your mother's stress was blamed on you. Or another example, someone gives you gentle feedback and the real situation, they just give you simple correction, but you interpret it as, I am bad, I ruined everything. Well, because narcissistic parents use shame to control. Don't really trust your own emotions, because narcissistic mothers don't just ignore emotions, they invalidate them. You heard, that never happened, you're imagining things, stop being sensitive, you're difficult, you exaggerate, and that teaches a child that your perception is wrong, your feelings are unreliable. So adult you replace conversations endlessly in your head. You apologize to prevent abandonment. You question your intuition. You're afraid of being too much. And your body still believes that you're the child who must earn safety. You learned rigid beliefs that silence you, and you're still relating to others as if they're your mother. It explains why conflict terrifies you and you feel sometimes guilty for existing over function, when you freeze, when you're criticized. You were trained to survive someone highly unpredictable. So how therapy and you yourself can change it? Well, first of all, you need to learn to identify the voice of the critical mother inside you. Notice these automatic thoughts. Did I upset them? Did I do something wrong? I should apologize. Label these thoughts as this is the old schema speaking. Then strengthen the healthy adult mode. This is the part of you that can say, my feelings matter. Their emotions are not my responsibility. I am allowed to set limits, and silence is not danger. So you are actively coaching yourself, like as if you were a good mother to yourself. And you are reparenting the wounded child. Instead of shaming yourself for being scared, you are trying to validate yourself and comfort young parts of you that felt scared. You need to try to practice setting boundaries, like one tiny boundary a week. You can say, no, I can't tonight, or I need a moment, or this didn't feel good to me. And you do it step by step. Your nervous system learns safety by repetition. Before apologizing, ask, did I actually do something wrong? Often the answer is no. Notice when a situation feels too big for what actually happened. So this is a sign of childhood template, that it means it's activated. Separate the person from the projection. Tell yourself, this is not my mother. This is a different person with different intentions. Instead of I'm all bad or I'm all good, try to practice seeing yourself as a complex human being. Say, I'm human. Others are human. We can repair this conflict. Try to stay in the present moment during conflicts. Ask yourself what actually happened, what evidence do you have, and is this old fear or is this current reality? So to summarize, remember, you're not apologizing because you're weak, but because as a child, apologizing was your only way to stay safe and survive. But you're not that little girl anymore. You're allowed to have emotions and take up space. You're allowed to disappoint other people or say no. You're allowed to stop apologizing for your existence. Your voice is absolutely not dangerous and your needs are not a burden. You are finally safe enough to be yourself.